He was editor of Shipia.
Yes.
And we used to meet, everybody used to come and meet us. And then when they had trouble with daily times, that was why he went to Tribo. And it was from Tribo that he said that I want somebody to write. I said, why don't you try that book? That was how Shemon Lebali became a journalist. And he's one of the best sports writers and commentators in this country.
Yes.
It's been a long time. And I want to thank everybody, especially my look-alike and friend and senior Dr. Yemi Ogumi. It's a pleasure seeing you. Gentlemen, I'm very proud and happy with this company, and I hope we sustain the relationship for the betterment of our country, for the betterment of our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And finally, our host here at the Nigerian Institute of Journalism. It's my pleasure to welcome the provost of the premier mobile technique in Nigeria, Mr. Benga Adefaye, for his remarks. Please can we give him a round of applause? I can only hear a low clap. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
My in-law.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá, bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Àwọn bàbá wa nìyẹn tó wọ́n fẹ́ àti wa. Ẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà. I'm trying to see how to get my thoughts together, how to start. Maybe I should have consulted Dr. Yemi Ogumi before I go. And not meaning is go everywhere together until the last 2 years when they abandoned me. Anyway, our elders and fathers that pleasure to are honored to be here to take this microphone. So once again, welcome you when the assignment is almost over. It's a privilege to be here at this particular point in time. And for this particular occasion, too, I should thank you very much. Because here, history was truly played out for me. And they have left now. Muyiwa Adetiba interviewed me in 1984 to work in Vanguard newspaper. I was doing service. By the time I finished in 1985, he had left. Then 2 years I have in 1986. Then of course I worked around the sun for 37 years. That sounds old. Maybe people then begin to think, oh, I want to don't see that one. But the truth is, I was trying to go through a story of generations of people who are here today. I left Ghana about 2 years ago. And some of the people I'm meeting here were people we knew by reputation, by accomplishment, by what they did for journalism. My father-in-law, how do I call this? Hey, Shebra son. Abba Sahid, you were little children reading him. Little children, that's what you are. Even though I'm 64, and you are little children reading him. Dr. Yemi Ogumi, that was the adopted as a younger brother, because we always have things to do together, either in the palace or in some other places. Take him out, off record. So, we thank you. We thank God for today, that you are also alive for us to record this history. I've had occasions where I have to give lectures, give talks, and I mention names of journalists, great journalists who are practicing the industry. And I tell you, the Gen Zs you see now, oh, I almost forgot. The man who hired me is there, in that corner there, Mr. Ture Akiyode, to whom I took a letter from Professor Dayo Alao for a note that I was given in Nsukka in 1982, which I kept for 2 years, and then they hired me in 1986. November 1, I remember. So it's a great thing to be here to experience this history. I hope we can do this much more to recognize you while you are alive. And like Officer used to say to me, that if you don't die young, you too will get old. We also pray to also be able to join the club where God will preserve you. It's slightly older. How old are you? Yeah, so that we can do this more often, and then we can maybe hand over. Because one thing is missing in this business, in this practice, there is a great disconnect between the current practitioners and the people who establish this profession. They don't know you. They did not read you, and they are not reading because they are pinging. They are doing Facebook. They don't know you, and they don't know anything about history, about the media. And once in a while, I hope we can also invite you once in a while to do pep talk when we have opportunity to assemble the younger ones. Nigeria needs it, the industry needs it, the profession needs it. So on that note, I thank you. I wish you very well. Wish you long life, longer life. Mr. Femi Kusa is there. He graduated from Nsukka, where I also graduated from. But by the time he graduated from Nsukka, 1974, 77. Okay, 77 when he graduated. I was in class 4 in the university. Great journalist. I didn't have the privilege of working with him. If I went to work with him. So I can speak to that because I went through the system. But the people are going to, in any case, the business is almost dead. How many newspapers do you have anymore? There is no Daily Times. There is no Sketch. It was at Sketch that I met Chief Segun Oshoba in 1981. And I told him a story when we were burying Mr. Peter Ajayi. But then that day, deliberately, I wore a navy blue French suit, short sleeve, with white shirt underneath. That was the way Segun Oshoba used to dress in the manner.
Yes.
In his under prelude. It was experience. We are lucky, some of us we are lucky. Like we are work everywhere. From Guardian, where is the work? There's nowhere he has not worked. This and all of that. So thank you. Thank you. Want to stop? No. Now, finally, I will finish it. After thanking you and praying for you, that God will preserve you. I will continue to tap more from you. And I hope from this TO, the idea to continue, we can do more documentation of history, of thoughts of people like you, so that the ones coming behind can read. To say finally, where we are is a gift from Baba Ijebu. He gave it to us. He constructed this place in 5 months last year. And it was part of what he did for his 89th birthday. He will be 90 in 2 days' time. No, Friday 24th or so, to the night. This place is open for your use. Deliberately, we decided to keep it as an enterprise center. We could have converted it, put offices upstairs for people who have this on their shoulders, convert it to offices. You have to spend money to buy diesel, to do all of that. But that will be costless because it then becomes a cost center. We cannot afford to run a cost center here. It's a commercial business center. So it's available for your use, for everybody's use. So please do refer for us. We'll make a little money to use it. And then we will tap also on your network and your connection as we do more things for this place. Because running education in Nigeria is not the easiest business to do. As I had it just call up their strike today. They just suspended it, they will return because government cannot pay them. Greater creative thinking has to come into funding tertiary education. Government cannot pay. What they are asking for, unless they do wrong. And I don't know, Dr. Gumi will tell you how much money they were doing as IGR and Ife. The schools are not getting journalists and all sorts of characters who can buy data for 100 naira. Call themselves journalists. They will continue to embarrass all of us, all of you. I thank you for coming. I pray God will give you greater health and then we'll continue to see you again next year. Thank you very much, sir.
Just hold on. He has not been privileged to work in the Guardian with Mr. Kusa. I didn't know. So I want to tell the story. I worked in the Guardian in 1982 as one of the founding members of the Guardian. And I was sent to go and cover the trial of Ray Ebu, I think for some frivolous charge at St. Anna Magistrate Court. Whoever was in Daily Times will know St. Anna's Magistrate Court. That was the first place I was sent when I was in Daily Times in 1980. Because we are still here to go and cover without any manual. Anyway, I was back in St. Anna in 1982 when we wanted to do the trial run of the Guardian. So Ebu was in a cell, in a holding cell, and it was written in 1948 by George Orwell. And 1984. And the Guardian, they don't want you to just go out and come back, you're not using your brain. So I got the page number where Ray Ebu was at. No, I saw where, and then when I go back to the newsroom, I went and looked for 1984 to also copy the blog, because that is what the Guardian taught us. Background. So when I wrote the story and I put the blog and I submitted the story, Mr. Kusa saw it. I was just a youth club member anyway. And the man loved the story. It was how the doctors recommended Guardian should be. So who is this one that was not in Daily Times and wrote this? So he said they should go and look for me anywhere I was. I was in the canteen and I got back. And when he saw me, he asked me, what kind of beer do you drink? So that I can give you the beer. And I can see him smiling because he remembers now. I didn't know I wrote a fantastic story. I'm not sure, I think the beer that was available there was Gold Cantabrau by Hebrew Brothers. So I got I got it, and the story was run on 27 February 1983. We tried to get one there. One of the problems we had to get some of those things, it was horrible, as you will see in my speech. Daily Times library, rain fell into it. National Archives, no library. We tried to get those things that we got there. The person, Dr. Raphael James, he wept because he had to go around and he couldn't find some of our works. And that is one of the problems we need to solve. We can't find our works anywhere. So we try to get all the things that we have there. I hope the people coming after will ensure that these things are sorted out. It is my pleasure to call Dolapo Okoye Otegwa. He's not a journalist, but he's a marketing person, a consumer person. To just talk, there may be somebody who wants to publish a newspaper tomorrow or something. Dolapo is one of my favorite intellectual people. Introduce yourself. Yes.
Good afternoon, sirs. My name is Dolapo, and I'm very privileged to be here today. When Theo was planning it and advertising it, I said, Theo, please, can I come? He said they won't chase you away. So I just took that as a yes and came. And since morning, when I looked at everyone, I'm awestruck. I'm very happy. And when I hear your stories, passionate stories, I'm like, oh my gosh, So many people started work on the day I was born. So it means that it's a privilege to be in this room, and I don't take it for granted. I try my best on LinkedIn, which is one of the professional social media platforms. And if you are on LinkedIn, you already see that I'm already talking about this, even Facebook. So as the program is going on, I'm already documenting and also plan to share this story, because there's a lot to learn, even in the corporate world as well. There's a lot to learn from the elders here on the values of journalism and how that can be adapted in the corporate world. If I'm to say anything at all, I would just like to encourage the elders that you should please not leave us, the young ones, behind. I know that in your own world, it's the young ones that comes to sit with the elders so that they can listen and learn. But unfortunately, the digital world has empowered the younger ones to the extent that they believe that they can gain knowledge, not from the elders, but from the digital world. So how do we ensure that we don't lose that gap? I'm not even a Gen Z, I'm not a millennial. But the truth is, as I said, that I was born the day many of you started work. It means that today is the first time I had the privilege of meeting so many of you, that I've seen and looked up to, either via TV, radio, and the print. So you can imagine the number of Gen Zs that have not had the opportunity to meet you two and learn from you. One way I would like to encourage the elders, and it's so very easy, please do not run away from social media. Rather, embrace it as well. Embrace Facebook, embrace Instagram, embrace YouTube. Very easy. If you tell any of your world that this thing, there's an Instagram, I'll share it with you, and you'll share it with you. They call her Mahawa of TikTok. She's an elder as well, and just discovered TikTok recently, and she's so happy she's doing well. So please, all your content, all your wisdom and all can be created on this platform, and we can also learn from it. And this is in addition from it being your legacy. So thank you very much for inviting me. I hope to see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dolapo. She's one of the facilitators for the Nigerian Media Leaders Summit that Mr. CEO hosts every year. Dolapo has spoken twice at the summit as a facilitator, and she's highly esteemed amongst all of us. Just before we say our thank you, I'd like to especially welcome Dr. Raphael James to give his remarks. Dr. Raphael James runs, I think, Nigeria's biggest library. Yes. He newly relocated to another space. He's done what people would say, thankless job for years documenting Nigeria. This man deserves a national award for his work of many years documenting this nation and a lot of us here. So I'll pass the mic to you.
Thanks so very much, our treasurer. Good afternoon, my elders. This is a grand privilege for me to stand in your presence. Men and women I have read about, men and women that I have collections of their writings in my center, and I've studied, and I keep telling myself, what kind of fertilizer do I have to dig or drink so I can write like them? God bless you all. Presently, I run what I call the Center for Research, Information Management and Media Development, CRIT for short. CRIT runs a museum of Nigerian history. We are strictly not doing artworks, there's no artworks in our museum, but rather we are collecting every other thing that can tell the Nigerian story from back in the days. We also have an archival section that have newspapers and magazines that have been printed or published in Nigeria all by Nigerians, including those who are outside the country. We have documented these things for generations yet to come. And you might want to ask me what really pushed me into this. In my course of working with Newswatch and working in the research department, I realized that our library in Newswatch, which was managed by Yakno also, was probably one of the best in the country. And subsequently, when I visited libraries like that of Daily Times and The Guardian, I saw marvelous work. But today, as I talk, things are not the same again. Things keep changing. We are losing so many materials in the libraries. And my worry is, if someone don't document them today, how do we tell the stories of great men and women like you that you once passed through here and you did so much writing? And that is what pushed me into doing it. I must say, once again, I found this as a privilege. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dr. Raphael James. At this juncture, I'd like to invite for the vote of thanks, Mr. Obaremi, Mr. Nii Obaremi. Oh, here he is. Mr. Nii Obaremi, ex-datas, we heard today, is giving the vote of thanks for this rare event.
Thank you, Funke. Very distinguished elders. It's my privilege and honor to just say another thank you, because what we have been doing since morning is really thanking God, showing appreciating ourselves for the grace that He has given us to come together in this way. I was writing daily there. I was trying to write a story about this place. When he said, I said I should come and say thank you. I started describing this place as one giant that is a hall that have you ever, that's how I said, have you ever entered the hall dressed up like the page of a broadsheet newspaper? I was just thinking that is, and it's evincing nostalgia and all that you have, remembrances. I was just like to jot something down, that it's like one giant newspaper page, because I could see newspaper everywhere. It's like you have just dressed up a hall in the form of a big broadsheet newspaper. When he said I should come forward. But on his behalf, on behalf of journalism today, I want to thank all the elders who took me, because so many of them came from far and near. When they were invited from Ibadan, the first question Taiwo told me, some of them said, how do you want us to get here? And things were arranged. They came by train. Thanks to the NRC that has made that possible. I hope that in very near future they are going to extend it to the Ijebu axis, so that when we go to Ishara next year, it will be by train. It is not impossible. We have enjoyed the ride to Ibadan and Abeokuta for the last two media summits. I want to, on behalf of Mr. Taiwo Obe, the founder of Journalism Clinic, thank you for coming here, for honoring this invitation. Like he said in his speech, a feast without feasters becomes a fast. Thank you for coming as feasters to this feast, a feast of reunion, a feast of remembrances, a feast of nostalgia. Thank you all. God bless you, and Johnny blesses. God bless you.
Thank you very much. On this note, we'd like to thank you for being our esteemed guests at this year's Appreciation Day for Nigerian News Media Elders. My name is Anike Ade Funke Treasure. It's been my honor piloting events today. As I said earlier, it's a great honor for me being asked to do this for media icons that were part of my childhood and teenage years. Thank you so very much for your patience, for those of you who are still here, and for your presence. Thank you to Mr. Taiwo Obe for this innovative event as well. I'm available for your events to compare. I'm also available as facilitator for seminars, webinars, and conferences as well. Thank you again, and safe journey while you travel. Bye-bye now. Bye. DJ Tracker wants to do some DJ. So please go ahead, DJ.
Just,